Okay, okay.
Hi, Panos.
Panos, hello.
AsianMoviePulse.com. Okay, I know you guys. I mean, like,
Oh, thank you.
you guys
I
been
know you too.
supporting. Yeah, I've been supporting a lot of action movies, especially Asian action movies. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you, thank you. I've seen so many of your movies that I feel like I know you, but anyway, nice to meet you in person, let's say. Okay, okay.
Nice.
So, first question, now after doing like a lot of things in Hollywood, you go back to Asia. How is the difference, the experience? Which do you prefer?
Um, well, I mean, the if you're talking about action, the Asia is always the place, the heart of action. I grew up watching a lot of Hong Kong movies, so this is the place that I know I can do crazy action. And yeah, either it's Korean or either it's Hong Kong, either Indonesian, but we know we can go all out here. And then in Hollywood, of course, there's nothing wrong being very safe because Hollywood is super safe. You know, everything is just thoughtful. You can't do things that could risk you to get injured, even small things. So, but that also limits creativity. But I cannot say that's a bad thing because safety, when you talking about safety is priority. But in Asia, probably a bit relaxed. It's not like we don't care about safety, but we support our drive. I don't know what to say, but sometimes when you work with director people that love action so much, it's almost like if something happened to me, don't worry, it's on me. That kind of mentality. And if we shoot like 15 hours, 16 hours, like overtime, but we're shooting something that we believe, that we're shooting something that we want to deliver. We wanted this movie to be something. I know for sure in Asia, the crew, the actors, the people like, yeah, let's go. You know, like screw the overtime. Let's do it. Let's put another couple hours here. Let's finish this job. That's possible in Asia. So so you have room for creativity, and you have room to push yourself more. Of course, not as safe as Hollywood, but you got to choose. You want to choose safety, but less creativity in terms of pushing yourself to get hurt. And then this one, maybe not as safe, and that's in terms of safety, probably a bit less, but you can do more. So, so it's a two beautiful worlds, and I'm happy to be able to work in both worlds. And then I know my position when I work in Asia, I can push more. When I work in Hollywood, of course, when the sound coordinator said, you can't do that. Why? If you do that, something happened to you, I'm gonna get fired. Oh, okay. If talking about someone's gonna get fired or so is no, I'm just gonna follow whatever is safe for you guys. I just follow. So it's still great things, you know.
And so the Furious is the second category, right? We don't care so much about safety and we can release creativity.
Safety is priority still, especially Hong Kong movies more safe and then because they're more developed compared to other Southeast Asian countries. But the thing is, it's not like we're trying to get injured in purpose, but
Mm,
in terms of flexibility, in terms of like, we don't really have strict rules of, you know, we can push ourselves. If I want to do it, I can do it. If there's a fight
mm,
scene that's so dangerous, if I want to do it, I can do it. Of course, it's on me. It's gonna be on me. But in Hollywood, you can. If it's too dangerous, you can't do it. But
mhm, mhm,
in Asia, sometimes, okay, so for long takes, it's very dangerous. Someone could, sprain the ankle or whatever. And then long take, it means a lot of physicality. And then, you get tired after a couple of takes because it's a long take. And then involving a lot of movements, a lot of maneuvers. So in Asia, we can push ourselves because everybody's on the same page. Well, let's just try it. But in Hollywood, usually people can, okay, but if we push our actors, they're gonna get injured. So what? We're gonna shut down for a couple of months. So they break it. You know, they have to
mhm,
break it. So it's because it's more safety to break it. So only 3 seconds and then cut 2 seconds, cut 1 second here, 1 second there, because it's safe to shoot that way. And then
mhm,
here, we also care about safety. Don't think about the medic is there, ambulance is there, like all doctors are there, but we can push ourselves to the point
Mhm.
that if you don't get it, at least we try.
Mhm.
Even though
Mhm.
tomorrow you're gonna feel it, your body, feels like you got crushed by a truck. You
Yeah.
get up in the morning like, but you still come to the set to do things. And then,
Mhm.
because in my career, I work in a lot of heavy action movies in Asia. I think my saying is like, you have to make friends with pain, and then your life, your work, would be a lot more easier. And
Uh,
then it's not a bad thing, pain is beautiful if you understand, and you get, to understand pain and make friends with it. You feel like sore here, swelling there, bruises there. I was like, oh no, life is good,
So, so in general, which one was the most tiring scene to shoot in this film? The most
Well,
exhausting one?
the five-way fight for sure.
Mm-mm.
Because that's not just physical, that's a lot of synchronization we needed to achieve because five people. And then even four, it was already hard. And then add Brian, comes as a wild card to break all the dynamic. And we fight with opponents. Sometimes we fighting with our opponent. Sometimes we fight our opponent. So that kind of thing. A lot of brain works for sure to really understand every chunk of the fight. And then we really have to synchronize our soul into one because it's not never about me anymore because it's all about try to achieve this fight, try to deliver this fight. So I have to understand Joey, understand Brian, understand Shemiao, understand Yaya, and they have to understand me too. So we have to gel into one brain to be able to kind of see this fight as one rather than split into five people separately.
Mhm.
So that's the hard part.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
after a couple of days, we got it. At the beginning, after the first day, 2 days, it was so hard because, oh my God, and I don't understand. Sometimes like half second miss, But if the fight is a continuous fight, everybody's flowing. One guy late half second, it ruins everything. And then everybody needs to be in the same pace, same rhythm. And in order to achieve that, of course, we fell a lot of
Mhm.
times and to understand, okay, well, so we gotta, and then the thing is, our energy drained because after a couple of takes, everybody's just got tired. But the beautiful thing about the five-way fight is almost like you're in a football team.
Mhm.
You're in the same spirit of trying to achieve the best fight in a decade. It was hard, but we supported each other. We kind of, come on, we can do it. Let's do it again. Let's go. We failed again. Come on, let's go. Let's do it again. So for me, that's beautiful. and
Mhm.
and we
Mhm.
got like a certain chunk that we got it, and then it feels amazing. And you go, all right, let's go. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next one. So step by step, I think we were there for 18 days in total for all of the things that happened in the police station. But the fight itself probably like 2 weeks because
Mhm.
there were a couple of dramas in that police station. But the whole fight, I think probably 2 weeks, 15 days there. And every day just, you know,
Mhm.
yes, like always, always sweating, always hurting, you know, always,
Okay.
it's a beautiful journey.
Okay.
It's worth
And
it.
how was working again with Yayan Ruhian? I mean, he's like 55 or something, but he still has it, right? So,
He doesn't change. Look at him. He doesn't change. This guy is a vampire. Well, he's my big brother. So I worked with him 16 years ago, first time, and then I worked with him again, I think 7 years ago, and then this is the third. We understand each other so much, me and Kang Yayan, because our chemistry is so strong. All we need to understand is the choreography. Other than that, pace, rhythm, He understands my flaws. I understand like his flaw. It's almost like we're fighting each other, we're protecting each other at the same time, helping each other at the same time. So it's a great tango for us. It takes two to tango, and we're pretty good doing it.
Okay, good, good. Well, I guess we don't have much time, so I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your.
Thank you, Panos. Thank
Uh,
you so
I
much.
hope I'll see you again in Indonesia or something. Okay.
Okay, I hope to see you soon. Hope to
Okay.
talk to you again soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye.